Hello, one and all. This is Luckless LoveLocks, and welcome to Book of Hours. This is the latest game by Weather Factory, the creators of Cultist Simulator, which we loved on the channel. Thank you to them for the very early copy. The game comes out August 17th, 2023. Because of your support, they hooked me up with an early copy. I love these games. They're mysterious. The writing's awesome. The world building's awesome. And our story begins in Brankrug. I think that's how you pronounce it. March 17th, 1936. There's been no librarian at Hush House since the fire, 7 years now. Suitable candidates are very difficult to find, but perhaps we have found one in you. Take care on your journey. The seas around Brankrug are treacherous. Got something here. The cold comes first. Thunder growling, waves pounding, and finally me, sprawled on the sodden sand of the beach. There's something in my hand, so we shipwrecked here in a storm, I believe. Health, half drowned. Shivers rack my soaked body. Your health is failing. Find somewhere to warm up. So this is the way the game works. There's cards, there's actions we can perform, there's lore, there's ingredients, there's rituals to do, there's exploration. So it's also kind of like an adventure game, where the cards are the things that you use to do all kinds of different things. And each card has aspects. So this one has, I think they're called aspects. There's heart. The heart relentless, beats to protect the skin of the world we understand. The heart is the principle that continues and preserves. It's very, like, rich writing, but also mysterious. Winter is the principle of silence, of endings, and of those things that are not quite dead. So kind of the opposite of heart. Element of the soul. The human soul is composed of 9 elements, and this is one. Most other things have simpler souls. Each soul card can be used once a day. Or the kind of things you do with your soul. It usually means talking to people or crafting. Okay, so we could probably use this health to do something here. Malady. Something is snared or sickened my soul. Soul cards can be malady tainted when you're exposed to dangerous influences. Sometimes when you fail in a task, maladies cannot be exhausted. But your soul is altered and weakened, and there can be serious consequences if they go untreated. So maybe we need to treat our health, and we're soaked. In peril of dissolution, intervene quickly but not hastily. So we need to find some place warm, I guess. We've got a memory of a storm. There are storms great enough to shake the moon from the sky, and one's thoughts from one's skull, which also has heart. That's only one, though. I think it's 2 sky. Wind, storm, echo, song, the intricacies of mathematics and the principles of flight. Law's touch is lighter than we sometimes think, matters of balance, harmony, and necessity. A memory, something remembered might be something understood. Memories can be used to help with crafting and to upgrade skills. Memories disappear each dawn. Okay, except persistent ones. Wow. Pretty heavy already, right? But don't worry about it, you know? If this is seeming really complicated, you can kind of like trial and error and learn and figure stuff out. This is all about experimentation, this game. And we have a drowned book. The one possession I kept from the shipwreck. It must be important to me. Okay, can I grab these? Collect. Here we go. So it looks like we have an inventory. We've got memories and lessons. Elements and souls. Cool. What does this do? Oh, it puts it at the top. Neat. They've really changed. The interface was so bad for Cultist Simulator when I first played it. I played it like right away. What do I have left to work with? We've got this drowned book, which is the thing. The gentleman makes things his servants. The petty man is servant to things. Master Zun. I think that's someone in the world. I think everything is kind of contained within the world. It's readable. There are worse things to put in your eyes than this. Journal. I began before this book, but it'll end when I do. It's deep. Soaked. In peril of dissolution, intervene quickly but not hastily. Oh, I see this is counting down. Does that mean that we're gonna die? Salvage their heart? The book's in bad shape, and I'm not much better. We're both in need of a warm, dry, safe place, and soon. Okay. What about storm? There was a storm. It smashed the ship like an egg. But I seized this book as the sea seized me. Then the sea brought me here to Brandkrug. So we can start on this. Maybe figure out what happened. I remember. There was a storm. It smashed ship. We read this. And Brandkrug is where I wanted to be, but it's hard to remember why. What else did I lose in the storm? I'm going to pause it because this is counting down and I'm afraid that's going to have a bad effect. Fet, fatigued. That part of us which dreams. Element of the soul. Wait a little. Fatigued abilities always recover at dawn. Unless you find a faster means of recovery. Like coffee. Core. Exuberance, instinct, rhythm. Oh, I like that. And chapped. Eloquence and understanding. The door opens both ways. We'll collect those. But they're fatigued. For how long? Interesting. So can I use the salvage with, what am I most interested in? I like exuberance, instinct, and rhythm. We can. The human soul has 9 parts. Exuberance, enthusiasm, instinct all rise from the part of the soul we call core. Is my core strong? Recover this. The other 2 will be lost to the sea. I know I played the demo. I don't remember what I chose. I probably chose this because it's got a heart. And that's kind of my thing. I'm gonna choose it again, but I don't remember what I did choose. Doesn't matter because we're doing a full playthrough this time. 5 seconds. Oh, that organizing. That's great. That's gonna. Oh, that's a lot longer. That's 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, those 2 are gone. What remains of me? Instinct. This is the coast where Brandkrug Isle lies. It wasn't easy to come here, but I don't give up easily. Yeah, this is totally me. I just keep trying. I keep trying. Even so, I know there's no way I can cross to the Isle in these seas. I'll need to find shelter for the night. So we're hardcore now. We've got aspect of Grail. Hunger, lust, the drowning waters. Principle of the Grail honors both the birth and the feast, and that's heart. Element of the soul and occupant. A visitor of soul element with this aspect can be placed in a guest bed to occupy it for a while. I'm just gonna say this over and over again. Bizarre. Arab, which is fatigued. Pride, compassion, hatred, and fear. Faust. Sight, perception, inspiration, all the glories, gifts. Whist. Name, memory, that part which remains. Most librarians know that books have souls. Most librarians hope for books with simple souls of whist and nothing else. And metal, the capacity for meaningful choice. So let's collect those, but we can use our core maybe. Let's take a look. So we can move around. This is the tidal flats. Brandkrug is a tidal island. At low tide, you could walk there. Though you probably shouldn't. And we've got an area over here. Brandkrug Village. Sanctuary in the storm. I'll need help to climb the cliffs in the dark. And the locals are suspicious of outsiders. More than ever so since the restoration and the new king. We're learning stuff. Can I use core as guidance? Oh yeah, you can... So I think you can select the thing and see what can be placed there. One last time, depend on the kindness of strangers. So assistance, sky. So we can use something with sky. Windstorm, echo song. We can't use skeptical, but we can use assistance. What about over here? It's different. Assistance or moon winter. You don't have either of those. Oh, winter. Doesn't look like I can use either of those. Can I Remember more? So what can I use here? Looks like I can use all these things. Or I can at least put all those things there. Maybe I can unfatigue one of these. Okay, meaningful choice, that seems good. Name memory, that part which remains, seems good. They're probably all good. Pride, nah. Sight perception, that seems smart. Phos is the light within. Sight, perception, inspiration. Choose a strong Phos, then a past with a pursuer who can see the light within you. The waves will wash away the others. For now. 5 seconds. It's like we're working on that. We can actually speed it up, too, if we want to. Ooh, something else happened. Perhaps here I'll find safety from what follows me. Oh, we're kind of figuring out our past, I guess, remembering our past. But what was that exactly? First things first, I remember there's someone in the village who will give me sanctuary if I can get there. Mysteries have been added to your journal. You can begin to investigate them when you and your journal are both dry. Okay. What do we get? An old friend's address. I first heard of Brankrug through its rector, Reverend Timothy. For years now, I've been exchanging letters with him. I can find shelter for tonight under his roof. Once I have reached Brankrug village, the rector can also introduce you to other villagers. So probably... Oh, we can consider something. Yeah? What's this? Shelter. Brankrug village must be nearby, but it's hard going, dragging my soaked body across the soaked sand in the teeth of this wind. Which way? So can I use this to unlock? Doesn't look like it. What's the aspects of this? Lantern. Life is pure flame, and we live by an invisible sun within us. Thomas Brown. Lantern is the principle of this secret place, sometimes called the House of the Sun. You have the light above it. This is an introduction. Even in this remote place, one can meet new friends or make new friends. I thought that's what I needed for this. Oh, that's assistance, right? I don't have either of those either. Running out of time here. Are we going to die? Oh, we don't have anything else to put in here. If we wait the 9.5 seconds, see what happens. Maybe we get to make a choice here. Oh, I don't want to go double the speed. Brankrug village must be nearby. Okay, which way? Fear. Ooh. So it looks like this is a combination of all the... So there's powers and forms. That's what these are called. So this is a edge power. All conquest occurs at the edge. One who dwells there is blind and cannot be wounded. Another is strong and grows stronger. Edge is the principle of battle and of struggle. I should have read the memory. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. Well, we could use that fear maybe to travel. And the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Okay, Lovecraft. So it isn't just people in the world. Plus Lovecraft exists in this world. Scale. Hard without, hard within, hard to rouse, harder to subdue. What is left of the crude powers of the deep earth. We've got memory again. Maybe we can think on that memory. Oh, it looks like I can use core here. My instinct tells me it might be this way, and without a map, instinct is a good compass as any. Okay. I should try this book out before trying to read it. Makes sense. Let's see what happens with this. Although we are half drowned. Oh, no. We're using the Phos. I just saw the heart and I was like, are we using our health here? The cliffs grow dark against the ragged stars, and then at last I see the light of a hurricane lamp bobbing in the dark. As it approaches, a face glimmers above the lamp. Fisherman's assistance. A fisherman from Brankrug village. He can guide me up the cliff's path if he trusts me. He's got moon. Secrets are soft. Night is softer still. The sea speaks. It's not always wise to listen. The nocturnal, the forgotten. Sky we read before, right? Skeptical. Trust can be bought or earned. Assistance and reluctant. Someone who will provide help, only essential help. So we can use that. We can talk to him, although not in the library, please. And what do we need here? Can't be skeptical. The dude's skeptical, so we can't use that. Ah, so this is the talk action. Gotcha. Does it say it when I hover over? No, just when I select it. Talk to him about an old friend's address? Come no closer. What's thy business? Be someone that'll speak for ye? Of course, since 1930 and the Restoration, the locals have grown ever more suspicious of foreigners. There is someone in Brandkrug I know. Speed it up. Might as well. I'll take you by the cliffs then. This gentleman is no longer skeptical. Okay, by the cliffs. That's the flats. Beautiful. Unlock. Oh, there's a number on there. In the Isle's shadow, I found my way through the storm to Brandkrug village. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, look at this. This is all opened up. Okay. Oh, the music. So you've got the Sweet Bones. It's locked. After the restoration of 1930, the new king's agents came looking for his enemies in these parts. And they weren't gentle about it. Since those days, the locals are suspicious of foreigners. No one in the Sweet Bones will talk to me. A sea of hostile faces. Oh, so we need assistance. Hence, so we need money. Metal. Oh, maybe it's ore. Is that ore? That symbol? Chore or shaft, which we do not have. Chore is fatigued, but maybe we need all those things. Oh, cool. Copy to clipboard. That's kind of neat that we can do that. And what is this exactly? I don't know. We can still consider things. So what's this location here? The smithy, which is locked. Denzel Smith. Smithy the Smith. Well, they're, you know, back in the day, people were named after their last names came from their profession, right? Denzel Smith has more work than he needs, and he rarely opens his doors to strangers. You need an introduction or a mutual acquaintance marked with edge, hoard, or heart. Someone in a similar trade or someone who can appeal to his secret passion for saffron cake. How about we just leave? I'll walk on the moor. Clamber up into the long reaches of the moors behind the village. Lean into the wind's fluttering fist. If I know what to look for, I might find something among the rocks. Effort and knowledge? Ooh, it just keeps going. Neat. The post office, which is locked. The postmistress may have something for me once I know what to ask for. Readable and journal. Not soaked, but our journal is soaked. The old rectory. Reverend Timothy is a hospitable soul, but Terence, his housekeeper, guards her employer fiercely. She doesn't want his innocent theological enthusiasms getting him in trouble with the new king's men. We need an introduction or a mutual acquaintance marked with lantern, knock, or sky. Perhaps someone who shares his interest in theology or poetry, which we don't have. What about here? Is this the address? Mrs. and Mr. Keel, locked. She's the midwife, or sorry, the midwife is tall and gloomy. Mr. Keel is the undertaker. The undertaker is slight and wry. In these troubled times, both are wary of strangers. You need a suitably marked introduction. Check the slot. An introduction. An old friend's address. There we go. I can't put that here. A thing may not go here if it has any of these aspects. An old friend's address! Well, forget what I said. So that's... Oh, I see, I see. So when I click on here and I mouse over here, it highlights that because it does have an old friend's address. It does have that that aspect to it. Lantern. So who had... It can't be those things. Okay. What about this? Can't be an old friend's address. Oh, shoot. Okay, right. I thought it... See, I clicked on this and I thought it said that I couldn't... Oh, it's a slightly different color and I didn't try to put it in. All right. Cool. The door opens a few cautious inches. Of course, that makes sense. I've got to read more closely. The door opens a few cautious inches. Who's there, I say? Who's there? The storm wind plucks at you, plucks at the door, shakes the trees around the house. Shelter. Yeah, I was going to say for the heart. The Reverend staggers back as if he'd received a blow. And then he's bombarding me with terrified, delighted questions before I'm even through the door. Okay, we need to maybe turn that down a bit. Reverend Timothy flutters fussily while Terence, the housekeeper, busies herself with practicalities. She shows me to a warm room at the top of the house where a fire is already made up. So 23 seconds. Speed this up. We're into daytime. Creepy. Take shelter at the rectory. Reverend Timothy is touchingly excited to meet his correspondent in person. I'm still too exhausted to hold up my end of the conversation, and Terence is not a talkative woman. But the Reverend can talk for 3. At least, however, he suddenly realizes how exhausted I am and lets me sleep. We all know people like that. So our health is restored, even though we almost died. And we have Memory Foresight, Wits Forge, and Fire Blast. Meanings Press and Screw. Coleridge on Dawn's Poetry. That's Forge, Lantern, and Memory. Reverend Timothy's words always run ahead of him, but his thoughts always catch up. We've got the study. Can I... What can I put here? Elements of the soul. Lantern or knock. Timothy will offer help for free as a friend. Okay, well, what does this do? Oh, we're going to talk to him about... Faust always jumps at the offer of my company. That's fatigue now. Hey, we've got his assistants. Reverend Timothy, rector of Brankrug, ordained by the Church of the Unconquered Sun. A learned man blessed in the tally, the gate, and the light. Make use of the rector's help before dawn. Let's knock, lantern, assistance, and introduction. That's what we needed. So who needs this type of introduction? This we needed readable and journal. We need to unsoak this though. Maybe the forge is fire. Introduction, edge, forge, heart. Don't have any of those. I don't have any money, so I don't think I can do this. Introduction. Oh, this is like... Could be grail, heart, lantern. Here we go. The front room. A mutual acquaintance has induced the Kills to invite me for a fish supper. If I'm lucky, fish supper may mean Mrs. Kills celebrated galette. Mr. Kill pumps my hand. Oh, okay, so we used up the contact. Maybe if we talk to him again, we get the introduction? I don't know. Mr. Kill pumps my hand. Just me and the missus tonight. Ah, well, there's a client in the back. But if thee don't bother he won't bother thee. Akio's household is now available. Oh, satisfaction memory. Some appetites are easier to satisfy than others. This is Grail, Heart, and Memory. Can't tell if the 2 goes with Grail or Heart. It might be that the 2 show up on the right and then whatever this is shows up on the left, but then there's one here. We're figuring it out. Midwife, okay. But we're tired now. And when it's fatigued abilities always recover at dawn. Maybe we can use our health to recover it. I guess we want to try to get an introduction from them, right? Element of the soul. Grail or winter. I think that it's fatigued though, right? So maybe we should be passing time. How else would I dry this out? Can't talk to anyone. Fatigued. Art? Do anything? I think I might have to wait till the next day. Yeah, okay. Oh, but I lose all the memories and lessons. Oh, there's like this whole timing thing. Sunny! Oh, neat. The sun is not what it was, but today he is smiling. So. Chore or Faust? Exuberance, sync rhythm, sight perception, inspiration. Let's go with this. Mrs. Kill likes conversations about beginnings. Her husband prefers to talk about endings. A shilling will buy her help for a day. Oh. A shilling. How can I get a shilling? We need an introduction. Ah, okay, so we can use chore on this. Or core? Is it core? Let me know in the comments. I've learned that honest enthusiasm is a solvent for surliness. I've learned that too. Let's see what happens here. Eventually, the other patrons unbend enough to let me buy them a pint. With no money. And let me listen to them complain about the weather. I'll find a warmer welcome here next time. Solace. Peace after trouble. That's heart, sky, and memory. The Sweet Bones has been the public house in Brandkrug since Cromwell's time. Its history is notable. Its beer is not. Guests looking for discreet employment or for discreet assistance congregate in the snug. Me. Mine. Oh. Can use this. The clock's ticks in the snug. A distant wireless crackles musically. Carefully, page by page, I dry the book. Excellent. Well, that's going to take a while. Just max that out. There's not really much else you can do until this is dry, and then we can bring it over to the post office? Or we can inspect it more, right? Can I use the numbers? No. Try out a book? What? Wait, what? Oh, the event's still there. That's cool. Coppery book. The unusual metal binding is untouched by the sea. We got sky, mystery, lantern. Greater challenge requires stronger skills. Ah. So these are memories and lessons. I don't have any skills and languages yet. So maybe we need that to study it. A thing, we read that, uncatalogued. There's nothing as safe as ignorance or as dangerous. Hero Wolf. Readable and journal. We got those before. Okay. Okay. Consider it. We need a soul. Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. Bacon. I love it. Francis Bacon, I assume? Studying requires... I'm not super well read, but I recognize authors' names. Studying requires effort. You'll always need a suitable soul card first. I don't know if I want to use my health. My journal, that coppery cover is familiar, but the storm so scattered my thoughts. This is sight perception and inspiration, so it makes sense, right? 30 seconds? I don't know if I should just like keep it unpaused. Maybe I should just keep the game unpaused while I'm reading stuff so that we'll go to the next day and, but then we'll lose these, so no, I'm not going to do that. My journal, I'm sure of it. The storm scattered my thoughts, but each page I turn is familiar. I begin to recall now why I came here and the danger I fled. What about your origin and your aspirations in your journal? Fos, we get Fos back. What is this? Wait, we got another Fos? Fos, sure. Okay. Oh, it says I've crossed 3 oceans and almost drowned in one. Now I'm the librarian of Hush House. Perhaps here I will be safe from my parents. But I can't take that for granted, so our parents are after us? Now, I wonder if you choose different things at the beginning if you have a different story. You guys will have to let me know if you're playing this. Well, I guess you can't because you don't have it yet. The prodigal came to Hush House to forge a history where they might be safe from what pursues, but you can complete the game by recording any history. You might wish to begin your studies with the Ithostry Wisdom. I know in Cultist Simulator there was like a bunch of different endings you could get to based on what you did. Okay. Post office counter. I think we can put this in here. The postmistress may have something for me once I know what to ask for. The postmistress regards me with the chilly gaze of a goddess image in an ancient hill shrine. Librarian, says she. Yes, I have something for you. Wait here, please. Expertise, okay. Something for me. The postmistress returns with an envelope addressed to the Librarian, Hush House, Bran Krugile. Postmarked in Wales a week ago. A letter to the Librarian from St. Ronwin's Trust. The Trust's connection with Hush House is probably benevolent, but persistently obscure. And 10 shilling note. Half a pound, but not half a note. A recent innovation. I don't know anything about British currency. Pence, 120. Yeah, okay. And what's this? Readable correspondence. Can I consider it? A message from me. Read the letter to reply. To reply instead, add ink at a desk. Okay, let's read it. I finished reading. St. Ronwin's Trust. Oh, it says in the top right. Can I click on this? It looks like it's shorter. St. Ronwin's Trust wishes to congratulate me on my appointment as Librarian of Hush House. The Trust assures me that it will provide the promised stipend each spring, but reminds me that its resources are limited and suggests I seek local assistance in restoring the premises. Let us know when you're all set up and ready to receive visitors. The letter concludes it's signed simply the trustees. So ultimately, we're going to be taking over the library and like restoring it and collecting books and like cataloging them and things like that. This is just like the beginning where we're getting introduced to the world and getting to the library. Okay, so we want to maybe write back at some point. Now, this person wanted money. right? The front room. From villagers into the world and has shaped cradles for their departure. Also whittle and can also paint. And what did I need for this? Assistance for forge, lantern, and sky. And I need an introduction for this guy, right? I needed money for this as well. Element of the soul, it can't be a malady though. Mine. Soaked. Or money? Not much work on offer in Brankrug, but I can find 6 pence worth of odd jobs. I see. What if I do this? What visitors might be passing through? Find out what unusual passers-by might be looking for employment. Oh, cool. Let's do that. Maybe we can find help to get across the bridge. Night has fallen. Dawn will come soon. Do we need to, like, rest? Or I guess it's just automatically rest? Here's an opportunity. Skulking nearby a fugitive? Excuse me? Someone's taken a room upstairs for the night. He hasn't shown his face. But the village is abuzz with gossip. The fugitive provides scale, edge, and heart assistance. Talk to him before he leaves if you want to use his services. I think we needed... Was edge one of them? Sky. 24. Otherwise, what would I be using them for? Because I can't get an introduction, right? I think I need to find someone different. If we talk to him, we get another introduction, don't we? Return after dawn. Okay. Maybe we spend more money to find someone else. I'm a little bit confused at how we get the introduction from her. I think we needed core, maybe? Let's see. What about help? No. Let's try this again. I could have sworn they needed money, right? The topic. Ask Mrs. Kill about something specific or offer him payment for her help. Okay. We'll offer payment. A day's work is a night's dreaming. I don't know what kind of help I'm getting, though, but... Oh, we have 10 seconds, I guess, to put the money in there. Clouds. Oh, that's so cool that we get a different one every day. I guess it's like what we dreamed about. In this country, the sky is rarely clear. The sun goes courteously cloaked. Moon, moth. Moth is new. I knew a man who captured moths in a bell jar. On nights like this, he would release them one by one to die in the candle. Moth is the wild and perilous principle of chaos and yearning. Weather and moon. Secrets are soft. Night is softer still. Oh, we read that before. So we got 6 pence. I think this is just like our change. Midwife's assistant. As somber as autumn, as kind as autumn. She also likes her beer. Grail, heart, assistance. Just collect her. Oh, edge. But I don't know if we can buy that guy as an introduction. Oh, heart. There we go. No? I just didn't click properly. A mutual acquaintance will introduce me to Denzel the Smith. I might get 6 or even 10 words out of him if I'm patient. Making progress. Denzel is a surprising source of practical advice. The smithy is now available. What is this departure? Someone has finished their work. That's interesting. You got like 0.2 seconds to do something with that. Wait, oh, I thought that disappeared. Foresight memory. Wits Forge and Fire Blasts. Meanings, press, and screw. Coleridge. Oh, we read that before, didn't we? Forge, lantern, and memory. Now, can I like think on the memories? Consider them? No. Denzel Smith, strong as oak, blackened by smoke. He will never surpass his father, and he is no longer a soldier, but he still has his craft. We need element of the soul, edge, forge, and heart. Or heart. Maybe health? Denzel will talk about practical matters, so he prefers to sit in silence. A shilling will buy his help for a day. This guy's got to have... Forge. What's the one we were looking for? Yeah, forge. I mean, right? He's got to have the forge aspect. You don't have to be on this as well. We can go do other things while that's resolving, but we're early in the... Oh, I didn't give him money. Shit. Let's try that again. Okay, what does he need again? A shilling. What do you need? There it is, forge. So if we need more money, I think we can work here. Does this mean we can get across? Cool. Cucurbit Bridge? Or Cucurbit? Cucurbit. Yes! What's over here? We lost the assistants, of course. Lodge at the gate, a cottage where Hush House's groundskeeper lived, until the fire. If I can get into the place and make it habitable, I can use it as a base for reclaiming more of the house. Exploring the house. So we need assistance again with forge or heart. Or knock. So we can get the blacksmith again, I suppose, eh? But we're fatigued, right? So we have to wait until tomorrow. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up this first episode here, guys. I always ask on the first episode to please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet, and if you're enjoying yourselves and like the video, but I won't bother you for the rest of the playthrough. I'm so excited to get across the bridge and start building up our library. Thanks again to Weather Factory. They've been really supportive of the channel. This is Luckless LoveLocks signing off on Book of Hours for now. We'll see you on the next one. And I love you all.